3,900 people have donated to our cancer fund. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. Really, we could not have afforded these payments, these cancer treatments without you. That's amazing. That's about 3% of the channel's subscribers. Absolutely incredible. Now, we have just launched our new merchandise store, and there's all kinds of gear there, not just Electric Viking focused stuff. Electric Revolution is what the store is all about. We make exactly 10% profit on every item in the store. There's no more than that. It's set at exactly 10%. Every bit of that 10% will go to Shanna's cancer campaign, her fund to keep her alive. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. The new BYD Han. It's about to drop very soon. I actually did a review on the BYD Han, I would say, a long time before any of the Western YouTube channels did it. It was a car that I've always liked. And it was one of the first cars that was really known outside of China that had BYD's lithium iron phosphate blade battery. Now, there is an updated version of the Han. Why does this matter? Well, the Han will go on sale in Europe very soon. In fact, it's on sale in Europe, I think even right now, and in a bunch of other countries. So what are the differences to the new model of the BYD Han? Should you consider getting one versus, say, something like a Tesla Model 3 or the Hyundai Ioniq 6? What's better? Well, I'm going to give you my 2 cents. Here's my opinion. Starting price, $32,600. It's pretty cheap. Why? Well, you know why. Competition. That's why. Competition is an amazing thing. It really is bringing the prices of electric cars down. Competition is making brands like Hyundai, for example, with its new Ioniq 6, I think it's making them think twice about their pricing. They're not, I wouldn't say struggling to sell, but not selling anywhere near as many as they initially expected to, based on reports I've just seen within the last few hours. So the new Han EV, it's coming in March, and we have some details. There's 4 different upgrades to the car. Starting price is 225,000 RMB, which is, like I said, around 33,000 US dollars in China. Will it be that price anywhere else? Absolutely not. But it could be, I would say, around about 20% more expensive elsewhere. So there's a new color called Glacier Blue. I think it looks good. The Han EV is actually quite a good looking car, in my opinion. The rear of it, it's a bit bland, but in general, I quite like the style of it. The biggest thing though is the range. There's 2 versions. One has 506 kilometers of range. The other one has 605 kilometers of range. And the car has what they're calling a new Genesis Edition styling. I think it's pretty much like the old model. Not really worth talking about changes to the styling. It's so similar. Now, there is an upgrade in terms of the comfort. That's been improved, says Car News China, with ambient lighting. I'm not a fan of the ambient lighting that everyone's doing these days, especially like Mercedes-Benz, where you see these ridiculous purple, all these funky colors in their cars. You really want those colors in your cars when you're driving. I don't know what's with that. Maybe like teenagers love that kind of stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Now, the second upgrade does include some actually good things though, which are heat pump air conditioning, upgraded audio system, and steering wheel heating for the flagship model. I'm not really sure why people care about heating a steering wheel, but if you're living in Alaska, then it would be great. Or, Canada, parts of northern United States, I'm sure it'd be great. Parts of northern Europe, okay. Now, another thing that's been changed is the chassis. BYD has received some criticism from journalists around the world saying the handling isn't very good. I just read a BYD review saying that their experience in the Atto 3 was that the handling at higher speeds was scary. A lot of journalists have said the handling can be sloppy. So the Han has had some improvements to its suspension. They've equipped it with aluminium suspension, and it sounds like it might be an improved suspension feeling, possibly a bit stiffer. Now, the front-wheel drive model will come with what BYD calls FSD, variable damping suspension. In other words, it's going to have adjustable magnetic damping. Don't know if that's true. That's what people are saying. That would be a big improvement, and I think that's definitely something worth considering. Adjustable damping is, in my opinion, a feature that is definitely worth having. Now, another upgrade. It's going to have 5G in-car connection Apple NFC car key, meaning you just basically have your phone unlock the car, and a new SSD blind spot monitoring function for the Noble trim level with the 605 and 705 kilometers. So basically there's 3 different models here, 3 different levels of range: 505 kilometers, 605 kilometers, and 705 kilometers. Yeah, 3 different options here. Are you really going to get that kind of range? Of course not. This is CLTC range. Probably take about 15% off those numbers to get a more real world range. I don't know why they have this CLTC figure. No one should quote it. It's just silly. But this is China and everyone does, so you pretty much have to. The 2023 Han EV Genesis, which is what they're calling it, powertrain options won't be any different. They're using the same electric motors, which is fine, and it comes in front wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. The front wheel drive version has 180 kilowatt, that's about 250 horsepower. Peak torque is 350 newton meters, 100 kilometer an hour. The 0 to 62 mile per hour or 0 to 100 kilometer per hour speed is 7.9 seconds for the front wheel drive version. And that model, that's where you're going to get the range. If you want that longer range, that 715 kilometers, that's what you got to do. So in that model, front wheel drive model, it's more efficient, it's lighter than the all wheel drive model. You can choose from 3 different range options: 506, 605, and 715 kilometers. Like I said, reduce that number by about 15% for your real world figures. Combined power output of the 4-wheel drive version, 380 kilowatt. For the all-wheel drive version, 700 newton meters of torque. So, I mean, that would be probably pretty scary power for most people who haven't driven a race car before. Acceleration, 3.9 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour, 0 to 62 miles per hour. Range of that model, it appears to only come in one variant, the all-wheel drive performance variant, 610 kilometers of a CLTC range, so probably about 500 kilometers in the real world. I've got to say that would be a pretty fun car to own. That would be an awesome car if it was like a wagon or an SUV. That's what I personally prefer. Sedans, in my opinion, are kind of annoying in terms of their practicality, especially when you've got kids. If you don't have kids, yeah, great, get a sedan. Does it come in a wagon version or an SUV version? No, it doesn't. But they will have the Sea Lion coming soon. Sea Lion is coming within a few months. Keep your eyes peeled for my video on the Sea Lion. That'll be a cool car. In 2022, BYD sold 274,000 units of the Han sedan, an increase of 133% year on year. That includes the fully electric version and the plug-in hybrid version. The EV version of the Han sold 145,000, and the plug-in hybrid version was 129,400. For vehicles selling at a price of more than 200,000 RMB in China, this was the most popular electric car in China. So this was the most popular premium priced electric car in China. It's quite a surprise to some people that, you know, you'd think a company like NIO would be outselling BYD when it comes to premium cars, but they certainly are not. BYD's branding in China is incredibly powerful. Tesla Model 3 was the second best selling car in China when it comes to vehicles priced at over 200,000 RMB, with 124,500 sold. Zeekr 001 was in third with 71,941. The Zeekr 001, I think they'd probably sell more of those if they made more of them, because it's an amazing car. Should you buy the BYD Han? If you want a sedan, definitely consider it. One key point here I will make: excellent battery technology. Car, I really like it. One thing I would say from my experience is the software, the lane keeping systems, those kind of safety systems in BYD cars, they're frustrating. That's my experience. Some people think they're not. Personally, my experience and my wife's experience was that they are frustrating. If those are things that bother you, yeah, there's other options. I would consider something else. But if they're not, this is a brilliant car with a brilliant battery pack. The lithium iron phosphate technology in BYD's vehicles is actually really top notch. Those are my thoughts. By the way, I'll put a link in the description for the merchandise store. Yeah, if you want to jump on, have a look. There's a huge range there. Thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll see you again on the next video. Bye-bye.